All right, let's get into it. Today, we're breaking down a seriously chilling Hindi horror story called The Cursed Mirror of Shantipura. We're going to deconstruct its narrative, from the very first creepy warning all the way to the terrifying final showdown, just to see how it builds that incredible sense of dread.
Okay, so let's just dive right in. The story throws us off balance immediately with this line from the cart driver. Before our main characters even arrive, we're told that this village, Shantipura, is a place people are desperate to escape from. It's just a fantastic piece of foreshadowing that sets this tone of dread from the absolute get-go.
So, that brings us to the first part of our story, the exposition. This is basically the setup, right? It's where we meet our three documentarians and we learn about their fateful mission in this village that is very clearly hiding something awful. Now, the team we're following, it's a classic horror setup, and their dynamic is so important. You've got Maya, the writer, who's super ambitious and hungry for a good story. Then you have Ravi, the skeptic. He's kind of like the voice of the audience, the one who wants to turn back at the first sign of trouble. And finally, there's Neha, the researcher. She's done her homework and she knows there's some truth to these local legends. This setup creates tension not just from the outside, but from right inside the group itself. The story is just brilliant at layering all these warning signs. It's not just one thing, It's this whole collection of unsettling little details. The cart driver bolting, the fearful way the villagers stare, Ravi's bad gut feeling, and Neha's research all pointing to this one weird temple. It all adds up to tell them and us that they're walking straight into a trap. The tension isn't coming from some monster jumping out. It's coming from this deeply unsettling atmosphere. So, from there, we move into the next phase, the rising action. This is the point where our characters go from just sensing danger to getting a direct, spoken warning about what's causing it. And of course, their decision to ignore that warning is what really seals their fate. So, naturally, they want answers. They go looking for a village elder. But when they ask about the local temple and its special feature, they don't exactly get the friendly folktale they were expecting. Nope. Instead, it unlocks this much more cryptic and terrifying warning that's all about a mysterious mirror. And wow, this is the core of the legend right here. The elder's words are so chilling because they basically personify the mirror. It's not just a thing, it's an entity that makes a transaction. It doesn't just show you your reflection. It takes a piece of you and leaves something else in its place. The real horror is in that exchange. So the elder goes on and reveals the mirror's origin story, which gives this cursed object a really powerful backstory. Turns out it was part of a failed ritual to control time itself. And now, instead of controlling time, it shows a person's inner truth, a truth so potent that seeing it changes you forever. And that brings us to the climax of this story. You can feel the tension just crackling. All the warnings have been ignored, the history has been laid out, and now our characters are standing at the point of no return. This is where that supernatural threat becomes terrifyingly real. They find the temple, and inside, there's the mirror. And the detail here is just perfect. It's this ancient artifact, but it's impossibly clean, not a single speck of dust on it. It's this unnatural little detail that screams that this is no ordinary object. And despite Ravi begging them to leave, Maya's ambition, her need for a story, it just pulls her in. She has to see it for herself. So Maya looks into the mirror, and this is the big, horrific reveal. She sees herself, but it's not her. The reflection is this twisted, evil doppelganger, mocking her with these burning red eyes. This is where the psychological horror really hits home. The mirror doesn't show some random monster. It shows her own ambition twisted into something truly evil, confirming the elder's warning in the worst way possible. The second Maya makes eye contact with that evil twin, that's it. The trap is sprung. The story makes it so clear that the act of seeing, of acknowledging that dark reflection, is what flips the switch on the curse. The world around them isn't real anymore. Okay, let's move into the falling action. The climax just happened, and now the characters have to deal with the terrifying fallout. This is where they, and we, start to understand the real nature of the prison they've been trapped in. So this is a crucial point. Neha, our researcher, figures it out. She realizes they're caught in what's called a Mayajal. This is a really powerful concept from Hindu mythology. Basically a web of illusion, a supernatural trap that doesn't just capture your body, but your mind and senses too. And when they run out of the temple, they find the village they just left is gone, replaced by ancient crumbling ruins.
And the horror of this illusion just escalates. They try to escape the ruins, but every single path they take, every direction they run, it just magically leads them right back to that cursed temple. They're not just lost, they are literally tethered to the source of their nightmare. As they keep getting pulled back to the temple over and over, they make this horrifying discovery. The villagers aren't gone. They're right there, frozen solid like stone statues. Their souls have been captured. They are permanent prisoners of the mirror's illusion. Shantipura wasn't just quiet. It was a ghost town in the most literal sense of the word.
So this leads us to the final act, the resolution. They realize running is completely pointless. They understand they have only one choice left. They have to stop fleeing the nightmare and instead turn back and confront its source head-on. Back in the temple, the thing in the mirror speaks directly to Maya, and listen to how it tempts her. It doesn't just threaten her, it promises her an end to her fear, a world of her own. It's preying on the very ambition that brought her there in the first place, offering her a twisted version of the story she wanted by asking her to become a part of it forever.
Just when all hope seems lost, all of Neha's research pays off. She remembers a specific mantra from one of her old books, a chant that's not just for fighting some ghost, but is designed specifically to destroy a web of illusion like the Mayajal. Their only weapon isn't strength, it's knowledge. And here we see their final desperate plan put into action. As Neha chants the mantra, the mirror, the source of the whole illusion, starts to burn from the inside out. The entity just shrieks as its power breaks. The Mayajal shatters, and not only are the three friends freed, but the souls of all those petrified villagers are released too.
So the story wraps up with their escape, but it leaves us with this final chilling question. It so cleverly turns the supernatural horror of the story into a moment of personal reflection. It's a fantastic ending that really sticks with you long after the story is over. So I'll just leave you with that to think about. If a cursed mirror showed your inner truth, what would you see?